Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Evolve Guides. My name is Dr. Alex and I am here to make you a better Evolve player. In this video I will talk about the hunter strategies and tactics. This will mostly be for all the hunters in general, since each hunter character is going to get their own video. The hunter team consists of 4 player or 4 AI controlled hunters and everything in between. If a player disconnects from the match, the AI will take over for him until he is once again controlled by a human. As mentioned in the previous video, there can only be one of each class in the hunter team, but every character can be mixed in between those roles. The hunters can win by completing one of the following objectives. Number 1, slaying a monster. And number 2, staying alive and defend the map objective for 20 minutes. This is, however, much easier said than done. The monster can be extremely hard to catch, and a lot of wildlife on the planet will try to make it as hard for you as possible, through dangerous carnivores and flesh-eating plants. To help you survive both the monsters and the wildlife, I will now give you some tips to help you on your way.
Let's go murder this rare and endangered wildlife for money!
Number 1. Don't get separated. Even though I've mentioned this in the previous video, I cannot stress enough how important it is to stick together if you are new to the game. The wildlife can be a major threat to you, but if you stick together, they shouldn't give you too much trouble. The monster will also more likely try to avoid you if you are together. Now, if you feel confident and you think you are experienced enough, you can start to split up. Splitting up allows you to cover more ground on the map, which means you'll find the monster faster. Remember, the more quicker you find the monster, the easier he is to find. But don't forget that the wildlife will still be just as dangerous and can just as easily pick you off if you're not careful. Number 2. Jetpacks. Every hunter is equipped with a jetpack that allows you to fly upwards as long as you have enough fuel. You can use this to get across chasms or climb up cliffs and walls. You can also use it to fly over dangerous wildlife and avoid confrontation with them. And of course, in a fight with the monster, the jetpack has all sorts of uses. Now, it does take quite a while before the jetpack fully recharges, so don't overuse it or you'll be stuck at the bottom of a cliff or a wall, wasting precious seconds because you don't have enough fuel to climb upwards. When you are almost at the top of a cliff or a wall, you can climb onto it. This will save a bit of the fuel and allows you to climb upwards if you are just out of fuel. Note that the fuel only recharges when you are on the ground and not when you are descending. This is because the jetpack is still active when you are falling to prevent fall damage. The upside of this is that there is no fall damage for the hunters. The downside is that you have to be on the ground in order to recharge the jetpack fuel. An important aspect to remember is that flying is not faster than simply running on the ground. When you are chasing the monster, only use the jetpack when you can make a shortcut by going upwards. Number 3. Don't waste too much time killing the wildlife unless it is an elite. As mentioned before, most of the wildlife in Evolve is of no use to the hunters and will only try to attack you if you provoke them in any way. 2 exceptions to this are a dangerous carnivore that is in your way or doing too much damage to you and your team, and the other one being an elite wildlife. Elites are unique creatures that will hold special buffs on them, which will give you a temporary power up. More on these buffs in a later video. Number 4. Jetpack dashes. While you are in the air, you can use the jetpack to make a so-called air dash and boost in any direction you want. This costs about 30% of your fuel, so use it wisely. You can use this dash to close the distance between you and the monster. Dashes are actually faster than running, or dodge the monster's abilities. Number 5. Try to hold your fire if you see the monster. If he takes damage, the monster's movement ability, which he uses to get around the map quickly, will have a much shorter cooldown for a few seconds. As such, it is better to wait for your trapper to trap the monster, and then proceed to open fire. Number 6. Spread out during a fight. Most of the monster's abilities have an area of effect, which means that they will hit multiple hunters if you stay too close to each other. Be sure to spread out or you'll take way too much damage. Number 7. Headshots and weak spots. The monster's head is his most vulnerable location. If you hit the monster in the head, he will receive double the damage. Another part is the weak spots created by the medics. The sniper rifle that the medics wield can create weak spots on the monster's body. Shooting these weak spots will result in a similar bonus damage as to shooting the monster's head. And yes, these weak spots and shots to the head do stack, but only partially. Note that not every weapon can benefit from these weak spots. Bullet type weapons usually benefit from them, and projectile weapons or anything else usually doesn't. The hunters can be in different statuses depending on the situation. Pinned. When a hunter is pinned, he can't do anything until his assailant has taken damage. Several types of wildlife and the monster himself can pin a hunter down. This is very dangerous unless you have an ally around. Incapacitated. When a hunter's health bar reaches 0, they will fall to the ground and are incapacitated. They cannot move and can only fire a pistol, which does negligible damage. While incapacitated, they slowly bleed out, lose health until they die. A fellow hunter must come and revive them before they bleed out. Note that a hunter can still take damage while he is incapacitated. Death. When a hunter dies, he is forced to wait a 2-minute respawn time before he is dropped back into the map by the dropship. Note that as soon as a hunter dies, the dropship timer starts. So if someone dies while the timer is going, he will respawn on that same dropship. This allows a hunter to respawn almost instantly if he happens to die just before the dropship arrives. Now there are some exceptions to these situations, but I'll be explaining that in different videos. Tracking the monster is essential if you want to find him in time. A good monster can be extremely hard to find and catch, but here's some tips to get you on his trail. Number 1. Birds. When the monster makes too much noise near a group of birds, they will fly up in the air and give away the monster's location. As soon as you see the icon on your HUD, head straight for that location and you'll be much closer to the monster's position. Number 2. Tracks. When the monster runs on the ground or climbs a wall, he will leave behind glowing tracks that you can see. These tracks will last for about 2 minutes and will allow you to keep on the monster's trail. However, these tracks alone are not enough to catch up to the monster since you are literally running behind him. You'll need to rely on seeing or hearing the monster, the birds that we've talked about earlier, and the hunter's specific abilities to find the monster's actual position. Number 3. Hunter-specific abilities. All Trapper characters have access to additional equipment that will allow you to track the monster more efficiently. Some other characters also bring a tool specifically designed for tracking. Combine these 3 tips with your knowledge of the map, your intuition and teamwork to find the monster as quick as possible. Again, an early confrontation with the monster can make future fights easier and can even result in a victory.
Traps ready, stand by.
Thanks for watching. If you found the information from this video useful or you simply enjoyed watching it, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any feedback, positive or negative, please leave a comment in the comment section below. My name has been Dr. Alex and happy hunting.